The auctioneer I'm about to introduce to you, like many of the members of the Hall of Fame, is from an auction family. Practically his entire family is in the business. He's a second-generation auctioneer, like so many of us are. He's from small town America. And I'm not going to tell you what small town America, because most of you in here, I'd let the cat out of the bag real early, so I'm not going to do that. But he was raised in the business, and he started helping his father, who started their company in the 60s, grow the company into a multifaceted company. I've known this family personally for over 50 years. They're an auctioneer family from the ground up. They do it right. They run on Christian principles. They're very active in their local church. This inductee had his real estate license for over 36 years, and he's had his auctioneer's license for 34 years. He was raised in the business and started helping his dad when he was 2 years old. He's conducted auctions all over the United States, even conducted auctions outside of the U.S. His company specializes in real estate auctions, and they've conducted thousands of auctions across this country. He served on more state and local boards than I have time to talk about tonight, but I'm going to name a few. He's been very active in his state association of realtors, serving in a leadership position on the state board of realtors. He's also been president of his local board of realtors. He's been chosen Realtor of the Year. He served in local state auctioneers associations and elected to their Hall of Fame. He's a bid calling champion. He served on many committees for this association, the National Auctioneers Association, including the board of directors, treasurer, and he's also a past president. Plus, he's a life member of NAA. He's married to a lady and been very active. This lady, his wife, has been very active in the business since day one, which is 1981, I believe. Their son's active in the business and a full-time auctioneer, and their daughter is a college graduate, and they have 2 beautiful grandchildren. And if you don't believe that, just ask him after a while, and he'll show you 10,000 pictures. Just a few more accomplishments. He served as chairman of the Real Estate Council and more committees again than you can count. And when I say this, I'm pretty much going to give this away, but I've just got to keep going because, you know, sooner or later everybody's going to know anyway. But he's the only son, and his dad is the only dad, father and son combination, that have both been past presidents of this association. As I earlier said, very active in his church, works with Habitat for Humanity. He's a Rotarian. He's a bid calling champion. He's earned the Graduate Realtors Institute designation. He's earned a CAI designation. He's completed institutes, AARE, and a whole bunch of others. He currently serves as the Director of Finance and Secretary and Treasurer, and works for business development on both the auction and the brokerage sides of their company. He conducts auctions for families, for attorneys, for lending institutions. He sold for the U.S. Marshal Service, the U.S. Bankruptcy Trustees, and many government agencies. As a teenager, he was a pretty solid athlete. He played football, baseball, basketball. He was a wrestler. And I might add, from what I understand, a pretty good-looking kid in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. He was voted best all-around, best-looking, best All-American, best senior, best human on the planet, I guess. Just a couple of real quick stories. Show you what kind of dude this guy was. When he was playing high school football, they had designated parking places for the seniors. He was a stud senior football player, so he had his own space. Well, he got there one day, and an MG little sports car was parked in his spot. And he said, who in the heck would do that? So he went and got some of his football buddies. They just picked the car up and set it sideways up on the sidewalk between 2 trees where this girl couldn't get out ever. Now, I understand he didn't get kicked out of school for doing that, but he came pretty dang close. One more story. 2011, he went on a mission trip to Haiti to rebuild houses that were destroyed by the major hurricane they had down there. The problem was his daughter was graduating 2 days after he was supposed to get home. Well, just so happened one of the houses they were working in one day, gunmen surrounded the house and barricaded. They got stuck in the house and they were literally scared for their life. Well, the word got back to the family. Of course, they were scared to death. But finally, this guy called home and said, I think everything's going to be all right. And his daughter told him, Dad, I don't care if you got to dig a ditch under that house, if you got to swim the ocean. If you miss my graduation, I'm going to kill you. He didn't miss her graduation. He wasn't going to miss his little girl's graduation, and he didn't. His family says he's the least me person that you'll ever meet. Most think he's a very serious individual. You know, I think he may just be all business. But there's a side to him that likes to have fun. He loves the outdoors. He's a hunter. He's a fisherman. He's a sportsman. And the cool thing about this guy is he lives, now I'm going to tell you where he's from. I think most of you know already anyway. But he lives in the neatest, coolest small town in America, Mayberry, USA, Mount Airy, North Carolina. Barney Fife, baby, Barney Fife. Now wait just a minute. We're not, hang on a minute, Mark. We're not quite set down. It's not time yet. Got a couple of special video messages that we would like to play at this time. Please look at the monitor.
Chief Justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court. And I'd like to congratulate Mark Rogers on his induction into the National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Mark. I am honored to join in the chorus of well-wishers on this very special occasion. I've been so honored to know you and your family, and again, congratulations on this special honor.
Hello, I am Congresswoman Virginia Fox, and it's a privilege to congratulate Mark Rogers on his induction into the National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame. Mark is an accomplished auctioneer and real estate broker, having served as president of the National Auctioneers Association as well as the Auctioneers Association of North Carolina. Just as impressive as his professional qualifications is the personal character that commends him as an exemplary North Carolina citizen. He is known as an active participant in his community, giving back and reaching out to those who need a helping hand. I know the people of Mount Airy are proud to have such a committed businessman as part of the community there. Congratulations, Mark, on this extraordinary honor. May God continue to bless you and all that you do.
Now it's your turn. Let me introduce the next inductee into the National Auctioneers Hall of Fame, Mark Rogers from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Mark, it is my honor to put this pin on you. You are now officially a part of the National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Hannes, the script's right here. I need it. Why me? I mean, look out here. Look around. And you picked me. I'm so honored and so shocked and so thankful. I do need that script, Hannes. Yeah, I'll tell you, some good things happen in little Mount Airy, North Carolina. You know, that's where we live, the whole family. And, you know, how do you get here? Well, I had the privilege of following in this gentleman's footsteps. And some of you know Bracky Rogers, and Hall of Fame and past president, my father. Let's see who else back there. My wife, Deidre. I know where that story came from. I was really not that mean. Grandson Hudson, granddaughter Kennedy Blair, wonderful daughter-in-law Brittany, serving on the auxiliary. There's Dustin, my son, my daughter Dayton, who will be getting married to the gentleman Chase, August 12th. Got it right? August 12th. A nephew Samuel, sister Susan, her husband Sam. This is wild. This is awesome. You know, I want to thank so many of you have kind of charted the path, Dad and others, and we've served with so many outstanding leaders. In my office is a photo given to us by, I think at the time, Tommy Williams, but it's presidents before me. It was Bill Sheridan and Tommy Williams and Randy Wells and Scott Musser and Mark Rogers. And I look at that often, and I just think, what an honor to serve this organization, to serve with the previous boards and directors and so many. To the Hall of Famers, thank you so much. To past presidents and all your support. Again, standing in that line tonight, it's one of the most special things that you can experience. Some years ago, a friend named Ken McDowell, great big guy, Ken McDowell, almost like a Grizzly Adams kind of big, you know, big Ken McDowell. Sold him a piece of property at auction, and that was going well. And then he goes over to his truck and he says, "Hey, I got a gift for you." And he gave me a copy of a book, I think wildly successful, called The Purpose-Driven Life. And he said, and he autographed it. I just met him. And so I said, sure, I'll look at it sometime. Picked it up sometime later and read the first sentence, and it says, "It's not about you." Well, that made me mad. I thought, I guess I'll have to read the rest of the book. But, you know, I realized it was saying it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about you, and it's about you. I love you all. Thank you.